Welcome, my friends, to World Rare Coin, where every coin carries a secret, where every quarter becomes a doorway into forgotten stories. Today, we step together into the world of hidden value, into the legends resting quietly in circulation. You may have touched them, you may have spent them, never realizing the miracles sealed in their metal. The first is the 2000 Maryland State Quarter, crowned by the old State House dome, wrapped in the history of colonial ambition and freedom, a symbol of American roots. The second is the 2005 Kansas State Quarter, a field of wheat and buffalo, so peaceful at a glance, and yet one tiny flaw, one lost letter, transformed it into myth. The third is the 2008 Arizona State Quarter, forged by desert sun and copper veins, layered with cactus silhouettes and western pride. A single minting slip-birthing shapes that never should have existed. These coins are not accidents of pocket change. They are treasures. They are the moments when machinery stumbles and destiny speaks. So collectors and dreamers, stay with me. Keep your eyes sharp. Keep your mind ready, because once you understand what hides beneath these designs, you will never walk past a quarter the same way again. The 2000 Maryland State Quarter, a coin that carries history, symbolism, and numismatic intrigue, begins its journey in the heart of Annapolis, where the State House dome rises proudly over the city, a structure that witnessed the earliest moments of American independence. The design chosen for this coin, representing Maryland, reflects both architectural beauty and historical significance. Collectors often marvel at the dome, the wreath of laurel surrounding it, and the inscription, "The Old Line State," understanding that every detail, every ridge, every curve was carefully crafted by the United States Mint. The coin was produced in Philadelphia and Denver, the Philadelphia pieces carrying no mint mark, and the Denver pieces bearing the D. Its composition, 8.33% nickel clad over a pure copper core, weight 5.67 grams, diameter 24.26 millimeters, thickness 1.75 millimeters, precise specifications ensuring uniformity and consistency, yet within this uniformity, mystery emerges, because the minting process, though meticulous, is not infallible. The planchet must align perfectly beneath the dies, the obverse die striking George Washington's profile, the reverse die capturing the Maryland State House dome, wreath, and inscriptions. A slight misalignment, a tremor, or a variation in metal flow can create off-center strikes, double strikes, missing clad layers, or die cracks, each error a unique fingerprint of the minting process. Off-center strikes, where the image is shifted toward one edge, leaving a blank crescent of planchet, can occur in varying degrees, from minor 5% shifts to dramatic 50% misalignments. Collectors prize these errors, as they are evidence of chance meeting history. The dome may float toward the rim, the laurel wreath may bend, and Washington's portrait may shrink in one corner, creating visual intrigue, missing clad errors, where the nickel layer fails to adhere or peels away, expose the copper core, giving either the obverse or reverse a copper-red hue against the silver nickel. Double strikes occur when the coin is struck twice by the dies, creating ghost-like secondary images, often distorting the dome or doubling lettering. Die cracks form when a die develops tiny fractures, squeezing metal into raised veins across the coin, each crack unique, telling the life story of the die and adding layers of rarity. Collectors understand that rarity is not only in visual drama but also in scarcity. Coins with these errors, especially in mint state condition, become highly sought after. Mint state coins, MS-60 to MS-70, display full lustrous fields, sharp details, and uncirculated surfaces, showing every hair in Washington's profile, every brick of the dome, and every leaf of the laurel wreath. Grading by PCGS or NGC provides authentication, condition, verification, and encapsulation. Slabs preserve the coin, assign authority, and allow collectors to market their Maryland State Quarters confidently. Provenance also plays a key role. Coins pulled from bankrolls, mint bags, or private collections with documented history often command higher prices. Photography for listing must capture natural light, obverse, reverse, and edge, especially for missing clad errors. Accurate visual documentation combined with grading creates trust for potential buyers. Selling avenues include reputable auction houses such as heritage auctions, great collections, and online platforms like eBay, where serious collectors bid competitively. Coin shows also provide opportunities for in-person negotiation. Understanding error type, grade, and provenance is essential. Never sell to pawn shops or casual buyers who undervalue errors. The Maryland State Quarter also carries historical symbolism. The dome represents legislative continuity and early American governance. The laurel wreath signifies victory and resilience. The Old Line State inscription honors the disciplined Maryland troops of the Revolutionary War. Every aspect contributes to its narrative. When combined with minting anomalies, the coin becomes a storyteller, an artifact of history and mechanical chance. Collectors often describe the experience of finding an off-center or missing clad Maryland as electrifying. The moment a coin is discovered in a roll, the heart races, the fingers tremble, the eyes study every angle, the contrast of copper and silver, the shifted design, the unique die crack, all creating a narrative that is tangible, physical, and historical. Double strikes and extreme off-center strikes are rarer than minor misalignments. The larger the anomaly, the higher the collector interest. Mint state coins with such dramatic errors are often highlighted in collections, exhibitions, and auctions, educating new collectors on the importance of condition, rarity, and historical context. Cleaning coins is strictly forbidden, as polish, chemicals, or abrasives destroy luster, details, and grading potential. Natural surfaces are valued far above artificially enhanced ones. Collectors also track die varieties and small minting differences. Minor differences in die engraving or planche preparation can dramatically influence the coin's classification and value. The Maryland State Quarter's errors have created a niche market, where enthusiasts trade, study, and hunt for specific types, including obverse or reverse missing clad, off-center, double strikes, and die cracks. Each coin becomes a map of mint history, a frozen moment in time, a story waiting to be discovered. Even small errors can elevate a coin above its face value. The combination of historical significance, aesthetic appeal, and mechanical anomalies makes the Maryland Quarter one of the most fascinating coins for collectors. Buyers seeking to purchase such coins should always verify grading, provenance, and authenticity, and sellers should ensure professional documentation and clear imagery. The thrill of discovery is compounded by the knowledge that millions of Maryland State Quarters circulated unnoticed. Yet a few became rare artifacts. Coins discovered in circulation, bank rolls, or forgotten collections can emerge decades later with dramatic errors. Each coin has its own journey, some passing through hands of ordinary spenders before landing in a collector's palm. The impact of finding a missing clad or off-center coin is almost spiritual, connecting the collector to the mint, history, and chance. These coins often inspire lifelong numismatic passion. Maryland collectors study every detail, measuring die cracks, examining planche texture, comparing luster, verifying thickness, weight, and diameter. Small variations in planche preparation, metal composition, or striking pressure can be the difference between ordinary circulation coin and legendary error, as collectors document discoveries, share photographs, and participate in online forums. The story of the 2000 Maryland State Quarter grows, weaving together history, mechanical anomaly, collector experience, grading, authentication, provenance, and market dynamics. The coin's dome, laurel, and inscription combine with errors to create physical storytelling, connecting those who handle it to the early American Republic and the mint's intricate processes. Coin enthusiasts are advised to remain patient, study rolls carefully, verify grading, maintain natural surfaces, capture detailed imagery, and participate in auctions or reputable sales channels to maximize the coin's potential. The Maryland State Quarter, with its dome, laurel, inscription, mint errors, off-center strikes, missing clad layers, die cracks, and double strikes, is a symbol of history, rarity, and collector passion, a coin that exemplifies how ordinary circulation can intersect with extraordinary chance. Every flip, tilt, and inspection reveals new details. The copper-red core contrasted with silver nickel, the shifted dome, the ghosted lettering, the raised lines of die cracks, all telling the story of production, human error, and preservation. The Maryland Quarter teaches collectors about patience, observation, grading, authentication, provenance, selling strategy, historical appreciation, mechanical wonder, and the thrill of discovery. As a result, it remains one of the most coveted, fascinating, and celebrated coins in the United States, inspiring collectors to continue hunting, studying, sharing, and preserving these small metal windows into American history. The Maryland State Quarter is more than currency. It is narrative, it is chance, it is history, it is art, it is an experience waiting to be held, examined, graded, and cherished by those who understand the magic of minting and the power of rare coins. In the end, collectors of world rare coin understand that every coin carries not only monetary value, but a story, a lesson, a connection to history, and a tangible piece of the unexpected, making the 2000 Maryland State Quarter a timeless treasure, a mechanical marvel, and a narrative masterpiece, a coin to discover, study, preserve, and pass on for generations of collectors to come, a symbol of the union of history, rarity, artistry, and the human desire to find beauty in the unexpected, forever inspiring, forever fascinating, forever Maryland. The 2005 Kansas State Quarter, a coin that carries the spirit of the Sunflower State, begins its journey in the heartland of America, where rolling wheat fields, endless skies, and the pioneering legacy of settlers blend into a symbol of resilience. The quarter's reverse design features a striking image of a buffalo, or American bison, standing strong in the foreground, wheat stalks bending gracefully in the wind behind, capturing the essence of Kansas agriculture and wildlife. The obverse, as always, presents the dignified profile of George Washington, his gaze steady, commanding, the inscriptions United States of America, E pluribus unum, and $quarter circling his portrait with precise engraving. The coin was produced in Philadelphia and Denver, the Philadelphia pieces carrying no mint mark and the Denver pieces marked with a D. Its composition copper core clad in nickel, weight 5.67 grams, diameter 24.26 millimeters, thickness 1.75 millimeters, specifications identical to other state quarters, ensuring uniformity, yet within this uniformity lies potential for anomalies. Collectors know that rare Kansas quarters emerge not from mere circulation, but from the interplay of machinery, chance, and human oversight. The minting process, a ballet of precision, can produce off-center strikes, double strikes, missing clad layers, die cracks, and other extraordinary errors. These anomalies are the lifeblood of numismatic passion. The Kansas quarter, while seemingly ordinary in most roles, can conceal remarkable secrets. Off-center strikes occur when the planche is misaligned beneath the dies, resulting in the buffalo shifting to one edge, wheat stalks partially missing, and lettering distorted. Collectors seek these variations because they represent rare moments where precision falters and chance intervenes. Missing clad errors, in which the nickel layer fails to adhere to the copper core, reveal striking contrasts, giving either the obverse or reverse a red copper tone, turning Washington's portrait into a warm hue or the buffalo and wheat into glowing copper. Double strikes occur when the coin is struck twice, creating ghost images of the buffalo, wheat, or Washington, sometimes overlapping, sometimes slightly rotated, producing a surreal effect that collectors find mesmerizing. Die cracks form when the mint die develops fractures, forcing metal to squeeze into the cracks and creating raised lines across the coin's surface. Collectors delight in these imperfections because they are unique. One-of-a-kind records of the mint's machinery and production history, grading, authentication, and preservation are critical. Companies like PCGS and NGC Examine the coin's surface, luster, strike, and details, assigning mint state grades from MS60 to MS70, where uncirculated coins with full detail command the highest collector interest. Provenance also matters. Coins pulled from bankrolls, vending machines, or private collections with documented history often carry premium value. Photography must capture obverse, reverse, and edges clearly, especially for missing clad errors or off-center strikes. Natural lighting is essential, and coins must not be cleaned, polished, or artificially enhanced. The Kansas quarter tells a story of American heritage, the buffalo representing the strength of the plains, the wheat stalks representing the state's agricultural backbone. The juxtaposition of these elements on a small metal canvas is powerful. When combined with minting anomalies, the coin becomes a narrative, a tangible artifact of chance, history, and artistry. Collectors experience exhilaration when discovering a misaligned strike, the moment the buffalo shifts, the wheat disappears, or a copper core glimmers through the nickel. This is the moment where circulation meets destiny. Mint state Kansas quarters with errors become prized highlights in collections, exhibitions, and auctions. The market responds with excitement. The rarer and more dramatic the anomaly, the higher the interest. Double-struck Kansas quarters, where ghost images overlap the buffalo and wheat, are particularly captivating. Off-center strikes of 20% or more reveal partially visible inscriptions and dramatic misalignment. Missing clad quarters expose the red copper beneath the silver nickel, creating stunning visual contrast. Die cracks form intricate raised networks that snake across the coin's surface, each crack telling a story of production, use, and error. Collectors know that the coin's condition is paramount. Natural surfaces, uncleaned, untouched, preserved under proper storage, are far more valuable than polished or damaged examples. Selling a rare Kansas quarter requires strategy, patience, and knowledge. Reputable auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Great Collections provide global platforms where serious collectors bid competitively. Online marketplaces like eBay offer visibility, but listings must be accompanied by certified grading, accurate descriptions, detailed photographs, and clear documentation of error type and provenance. Coin shows provide opportunities for in-person evaluation, networking, and negotiation. Understanding the coin's error type, grade, and provenance allows collectors to communicate its rarity effectively. Never sell to pawn shops, casual buyers, or inexperienced dealers who cannot appreciate the unique value of mint errors. Kansas collectors often study planchet preparation, metal flow, striking pressure, die wear, and luster under magnification, observing minute details that distinguish ordinary coins from exceptional anomalies. The coin's design, depicting a powerful buffalo with wheat bending in the wind, is emblematic of the state's history. The buffalo, once roaming vast plains, now immortalized on a small coin, represents endurance, survival, and the beauty of American wildlife. The wheat stalks symbolize sustenance, agriculture, and the quiet strength of Kansas farmers. The inscriptions provide context, linking this coin to the United States. The motto, E pluribus unum, reminding collectors of unity and heritage. When a mint error intersects with this symbolism, the result is more than currency. It becomes a collectible artifact, a tangible piece of history, a narrative frozen in metal. Off-center strikes, double strikes, missing clad layers, and die cracks transform the Kansas quarter into a story, one that collectors trace, document, and share with others. The thrill of discovery, finding an error in a roll or machine, creates a profound emotional connection. Mint state examples with errors become centerpieces of collections, educational tools, and market highlights. Collectors document die cracks, misalignments, copper flashes, and double images, each measurement, each observation enhancing the understanding of minting processes and numismatic history. Natural surfaces, uncleaned, preserved in PCGS or NGC slabs, maintain luster, sharp detail, and authoritative certification, provenance, and authentication. increase collector confidence. Marketing these coins requires detailed photography, accurate description, and awareness of market dynamics. Auctions and shows provide ideal venues to reach knowledgeable buyers. The Kansas State Quarter exemplifies the intersection of design, historical symbolism, mechanical chance, and collector passion. The buffalo, wheat, inscriptions, errors, grading, and provenance merge to create a coin that is simultaneously beautiful, rare, and historically meaningful. Every Kansas quarter with a misalignment, missing clad, double strike, or die crack represents a unique narrative, a moment in minting history frozen in time. The excitement of discovery, the careful grading, the thoughtful preservation, and the strategic sale all contribute to the coin's significance. Collectors who understand these principles treat the Kansas quarter not as currency, but as a map, a story, a collectible, a treasure, and a source of lifelong fascination. The coin connects past and present, mint and collector, error and history, imagination and observation, inspiring ongoing exploration of numismatic phenomena. Rare Kansas State quarters continue to captivate, educate, and excite, their stories intertwining with the collectors who discover them, the coin's design, mechanical anomalies, preservation, grading, provenance, and market strategies all combine to form an unparalleled numismatic experience, making the 2005 Kansas State Quarter a legend, a masterpiece of accidental perfection, a testament to history, chance, and the enduring passion of collectors, a coin to seek, study, preserve, and celebrate, forever connected to American heritage and the thrill of numismatic discovery, a coin to cherish, analyze, and pass down through generations of collectors, a symbol of the unpredictable magic of minting, a treasure, a story, and a lifelong pursuit of those who understand the beauty of rare coins, inspiring awe, study, and reverence. Forever Kansas. The 2008 Arizona State Quarter, a coin that captures the essence of the Grand Canyon State, begins its journey with imagery that reflects both the natural beauty and cultural heritage of Arizona. The reverse design depicts the Grand Canyon itself, a timeless landscape carved by the Colorado River, with a saguaro cactus standing proudly in the foreground, symbolizing the resilience of life in the desert. The obverse presents George Washington's profile, as on all state quarters, his gaze steady and dignified. The inscriptions United States of America, E pluribus unum, and $quarter framing his portrait with precision. The coin was minted in Philadelphia without a mint mark, and in Denver with the D mint mark. Its specifications identical to other state quarters: weight 5.67 grams, diameter 24.26 millimeters, thickness 1.75 millimeters, copper core clad in nickel. Yet within this uniformity lies the potential for extraordinary anomalies. Collectors understand that minting machinery, though highly precise, can produce off-center strikes, missing clad layers, double strikes, and die cracks. These anomalies are the lifeblood of numismatic excitement, and Arizona, like Maryland and Kansas before it, has become a canvas where mechanical chance meets historical storytelling. Off-center strikes occur when the planche misaligns beneath the dies, shifting the Grand Canyon or saguaro cactus toward the edge, partially obscuring the inscriptions and creating dramatic visual interest. Missing clad errors, where the nickel layer fails to adhere properly, reveal the copper core, giving the obverse or reverse a warm, reddish tone. Transforming George Washington or the Grand Canyon into a striking contrast, double strikes occur when the coin is struck twice, producing ghost images, overlapping landscapes, or doubled inscriptions. Die cracks form when the die develops fractures, forcing metal to flow into the cracks and creating raised veins across the surface. Collectors prize these imperfections because each crack is unique, documenting the history of mint production and machineware. Grading by PCGS or NGC is essential for authentication and valuation. Coins are examined for surface quality, luster, strike sharpness, and originality. Mint state grades from MS60 to MS70 denote uncirculated coins, with the highest grades commanding the greatest collector interest. Provenance is equally important. Coins discovered in bankrolls, vending machines, or private collections with documented history are often more desirable. Photography for listings must include obverse, reverse, and edges, especially for missing clad or off-center errors. Natural lighting should highlight luster, and cleaning or polishing must be avoided to preserve value. The Arizona quarter's design is deeply symbolic. The Grand Canyon representing enduring geological history, timelessness, and natural wonder. The saguaro cactus representing resilience, life thriving in adversity. Inscriptions linking the coin to the United States, and the motto E pluribus unum, reminding collectors of unity. When mechanical anomalies intersect with this symbolism, the coin becomes more than currency. It becomes a tangible artifact of chance, artistry, and American heritage. Collectors experience exhilaration when discovering off-center strikes. The Grand Canyon shifted, the saguaro partially obscured, or copper gleaming through missing clad layers. These moments connect them to history, machinery, and rarity. Mint State Arizona quarters with such anomalies become prized collection highlights, exhibition pieces, and auction stars. The rarity and drama of errors drive market excitement. The more extreme or visually striking the anomaly, the higher the collector interest. Double strikes on Arizona quarters create ghosted images of the canyon or cactus, overlapping with inscriptions, producing surreal, captivating effects. Off-center strikes of 20% or more reveal partial inscriptions, cropped landscapes, and distorted portraits. Missing clad errors expose the red copper beneath silver nickel. Creating striking contrast, die cracks meander across the landscape, unique to each coin, telling the story of minting and machinery. Collectors examine planche preparation, metal flow, die wear, luster, and detail under magnification, understanding how minute variations distinguish ordinary coins from extraordinary errors. The coin's condition is paramount. Natural surfaces, uncleaned, untouched, preserved in slabs, maintain luster, sharpness, and market credibility. Authentication and certification by PCGS or NGC provides authority and confidence for buyers. Provenance and historical documentation enhance market appeal. Coins discovered in circulation decades later often surprise collectors with rare errors. The Arizona quarter, when off-center, double-struck, missing clad or bearing die cracks, transforms into a narrative. Connecting collectors to minting processes, American history, and the thrill of discovery, collectors study each coin meticulously, documenting misalignment, copper exposure, double images, and die cracks, combining observation with grading and provenance, creating an experience that goes beyond monetary value. Selling a rare Arizona State quarter requires strategy, patience, and market knowledge. Reputable auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Great Collections provide competitive environments for collectors. Online platforms like eBay allow global reach but require detailed descriptions, certified grading, and clear photographs. Coin shows offer in-person evaluation and negotiation opportunities. Communicating error type, grade, and provenance is essential. Never sell to pawn shops or casual buyers who undervalue mint errors. The Arizona State quarter exemplifies the intersection of design, historical symbolism, mechanical chance, and collector passion. The Grand Canyon and saguaro cactus, combined with minting anomalies, grading, provenance, and preservation, create a coin that is simultaneously beautiful, rare, educational, and historically meaningful. Every Arizona quarter with an anomaly represents a unique narrative, a moment in minting history captured in metal. The thrill of discovery, careful grading, preservation, and strategic sale all contribute to the coin's significance. Collectors treat this coin not as currency, but as a map, a story, a treasure, and a lifelong source of fascination. The coin connects past and present, mint and collector, error and history, imagination and observation, inspiring exploration of numismatic phenomena. Rare Arizona State quarters continue to educate, excite, and captivate, their stories intertwining with the collectors who discover them. The coin's design, mechanical anomalies, preservation, grading, provenance, and market strategies merge into a comprehensive numismatic experience, making the 2008 Arizona State Quarter a legend, a masterpiece of accidental perfection, a testament to history, chance, and enduring collector passion, a coin to seek, study, preserve, and celebrate, fully connected to the journey of the 2000 Maryland and 2005 Kansas State Quarters, inspiring awe, study, and reverence. Forever, Arizona.